Jeff Eddy, our referee, in charge of this one. Our first bout of the evening at 65 kilos. Full tie rules, 3 by 3 minute rounds. Kenneth in the black trunks with the red trim, taking on James White, the black trunks with the blue trim. Big night of fights ahead. My name's Steve White. Thanks very much for joining us here at Powerplay number 50, running shotgun with me this evening. It's a very good evening to Gino Gambino.
Thank you so much for having me. Powerplay 50. It's hard to believe we are here tonight at Melbourne Pavilion, the home of kickboxing.
Indeed, it is. Big crowd in for a big show. Joe Nader and the team, congrats on show number 50. Starting all those years ago, we are here at a half ton and plenty of tonnage to collide here.
Round one.
In round number one, and White set to kick us off here at the Melbourne Pavilion. Said full tie rules to begin with. White trying to check to the left ribs there of to get us going.
White probably didn't have the showing he wanted to last time at Powerplay here, so he does have a point to prove early on here at Powerplay 50.
Anu now leading with the right, straight up the pipe there, trying to pierce the guard. Obviously White with a slight height advantage there, or more than a slight one, at least 10-15 centimetres, and the reach advantage. So who with the experience as trotting away with a teep there is White.
Nice start. Usually full tie rules, we see like a feeling out process, but these two guys just went, no, let's go, let's start banging here.
Absolutely, yeah. White trying to use the kicking range as trying to come over the top and then underneath as well. He checks that kick. Going to lead with that right hand. Obviously, you'd like to see White use his teep to his advantage and keep wear down as he matrix out of the first one and then returns fire with a left ribs by a round kick. The first of 3 by 3 minute rounds, full tie wall. The 12 fights on the card for you this evening. Our main event, Danny Roberts and Aaron Selvey for the WKA title.
I had a quick chat with Selvey earlier tonight and he just told me he's feeling 120%. That's going to be a cracker of a main event for that title.
Absolutely. All the fights on the card tonight. Some blockbusters. Anthony Gilbert and Pitchapton in our co-main as well as just trying to find a way through the reach here of White as he just seems to be content and throw that body kick off the back foot. Now starting to deploy the teep. Nice right down the middle there from
White looking much more confident this time around here at Powerplay. So just a little low kick there. Respect shown from both ends. It does happen. It isn't intentional, but a nice little break for both fighters here.
Yeah, just has a couple of minutes if he wants to take it. So I'm sure they'll be straight back into it. There's obviously the age differential too. Kenneth, same age as me actually, making me feel old, but certainly sitting back here and not in the ring.
I was going to say, he's 21, is he?
No, 21 months. So just a warning there from Jeff Eddy, and we're back to hostilities here in the centre of the ring as White's again looking for that body kick. Now to the other side he goes, caught and returned by A bit of a swing and a miss there by White.
I just like White's confidence already early on in this one. Last fight, he just seemed to not be in the right mindset, but here he's like, hey, I'm going to be the aggressor throughout.
Yeah, I mean, 8 fights to his name, just the one win, so you sort of want to build some momentum when you've got particularly against a guy like here who is roughly similar in experience, but more polished record of the two. But he's in the ring, that's what counts. As White now trying to prod away with the teep, saw that one coming and tried to go upstairs again. 10 seconds remaining in round number one between James White and Kenneth. We'll see if there's a flurry to finish from either fighter. I doubt there will be, considering we're only 3 minutes in, and that will do it. Round one in the books.
So that is the end of round number one. Your opening bout on the card. A big thank you to the sponsors that continue to show up for the Powerplay team. A big thank you to the Cornerstone Pizzeria, the Evelyn Hotel, RCR Financial Group, Australian Poker Tour, Sports Safe Australia, the best
look, it was a good first round, I think, for both men. Nice scoring opportunities here. Seemed to be enjoying the physicality of the first round. White definitely with something to prove after his last showing here, but I think confidence from both men.
Yeah, it looks like Kenneth, the strategy there is just to close the distance, come in over the top, particularly with that right hand, and James White just trying to utilise the longer reach, keep him at bay, and then cut him down with those body kicks. You can see the left-hand side there of Kenneth Thu. The left ribs are a bit cooked, but he's got at least 6 more minutes if we don't have a stoppage between that and a rest.
Oh, Kenneth Thu fighting out of Epping.
Yep.
Anything out of Epping's tough, I can tell you that much.
Yeah, well, I'm close enough. I'm Reservoir, so it doesn't start to get pretty dodgy. And Thomastown's another story.
Don't bring up Thomastown. How dare you as we go into the second round with this one?
Last shot I did was in Thomastown, actually. Yes, I can concur. But anyway, as James White and a little bit of a start. Bit of a quicker pace to start out of the gate. There's Rue with a nice right hand, chops to the outside back thigh there on the right leg of James White. Marked up as well. It looks like Ooh now controlling the centre of the ring. Returns fire to much applause there of his supporters in the crowd. Loading up with that right, probably telegraphing a little too much out of range there of James White. And White there finding a home for the teep. And that was a nice left there from Rue.
You feel like the red corner was pretty strong in what they said to Ooh because he's come out as more aggressive in this stance. He's making White go back to the corners now. White still defensively strong at this point.
And yeah, just deploying that teep off the front. Now switching stance. Classic southpaw from Kenneth Thu. And that goes to the body. Ooh now trying to look for that lead left hook. Tried to deploy it a number of times. The guard of White's just a little too high to penetrate, really. And again, just being patient as James White, prodding away with the teep, keeping Ooh at bay. You can see those left ribs now taking a lot more damage, just trying to accumulate said damage, which will score well with the judges as well. There comes a looping left over the top there from Ooh.
The blue corner very vocal in this second round here. They feel like White needs to stay on top.
And he's getting a little bit more active. I mean, he has been teeping away and chopping away, but I'd have to say Kenneth Thu definitely the aggressor so far in this middle 3 minutes as he goes to the back thigh again of White.
I wonder if the end of that first round maybe just got White's confidence a little bit lower there. It looks like Kenneth Thu was just welcoming shots at one point. Maybe doesn't feel like he can hurt him.
Nice teep again there from White. That's his best weapon I've seen so far in this fight. There's a lot of... I'd like to see them probably try and set this up behind something else. It's just a lot of one and done stuff, particularly Ooh with the hands, just throwing the overhand and backing off. He's got to really set that up. But it's proving difficult to get into range when you've got White just prodding at you with that tentacle in the front foot. There's a nice body kick again from White. Probably his second best weapon so far in this fight. We approach the closing stages of round number 2. 10-second clappers go off, and we'll see if a flurry ensues from either fighter here. I don't think that's going to be the case as the bell goes to signal the end of 6 minutes. Round number 2 done and dusted. A little bit more active there, Gino, but probably a similar story to round 1.
Oh, look, I feel like there's a lot more from the red corner there in the sense of aggression. Maybe not so much shots landing, but I feel like White lost his confidence in there. And whenever look at the highlights here, you just see White just in an awkward position a lot of that round there, and I just didn't like the way he was looking. He did, again, those one and dones, like you said. He got a couple of points there, but again, Kenneth was definitely the aggressor throughout that round.
Yeah, and look, he's trying to find a way. You can see he's just trying to find a way to close the distance and get in over the top there with that right lead hook. It hasn't paid dividends, so maybe a bit of a change in the game plan from the Moricott Muay Thai boys and Crew Pal there in the corner. But 3 minutes remain, 1 round left. This fight, I should say, brought to you by Cornerstone Pizzeria and the Evelyn Hotel. We thank them for their sponsorship of Powerplay here at the Melbourne Pavilion. You're in a very chilly Saturday night. Nonetheless, it's a full house. And White and Ooh back to business here in the center of the ring. Oh, and they just exchange fire right off the draw. Nice overhand right there. Well, leading right hook from Ooh.
This fight's definitely been action-packed from the start here. Now both of them knowing that this is the third and final round and the only opportunity to mark their win here if they can.
Ooh again prodding away with that left lead. I should say White prodding away against Ooh with that left lead. Ooh now trying to close the distance and come I'd like to see him cut the angle and come around that, because he's not going to win straight on linearly with White, as that's been the story of the first 6 minutes.
Well, we saw White in the first round be the one to step forward. We saw Kenneth on the back foot, and it has absolutely changed. The pendulum has swung towards the red corner.
And again, that looping right hook off the lead leg from Oud fails to find its target. Probably a shade over 2 minutes remaining in this third round. Nice shot. That one was south of the border, Mexico way again from Oud. That's the second time in the fight. Accidental regardless.
Got 5 minutes, okay?
So I don't think this is going to result in a point being taken away, but you do have 5 minutes regardless for a shot there.
James White going for the well-known technique of the squat. We all know that helps as much as it can. But yeah, an accidental there again from Kenneth, but White seems good to go.
Second time, touch it one more time, it's a point off minimum.
Okay, getting a ref, getting the read the riot act. Next time it will be a point.
And he can't afford to lose a point in this one just yet. Again, hats off to White for continuing here.
Yeah, very difficult to score this one, I'd actually think. Particularly that first round, it was very even sort of affair. But I think Kenneth Hu is of the opinion he's behind on the scorecard, and he's being the assailant in this one. He goes with the right hand again upstairs. That one chops to the back thigh. Plenty of red there on the right quadricep of James White. And Hu again coming forward. Right hook was off target there from Hu. White just throws that tentacle right out into the breadbasket there of Hu. You can see there in the back, in the lats there, the left side lats of Hu. Well and truly marked up at this stage of the fight.
White has his advantage of this long reach. He just doesn't want to be using it right now. He needs to keep Kenneth away and avoid him scoring any more points.
He hasn't thrown the hands much at all. It's been mainly just, teep and then kick to the body and then chopping away the lead leg there. But Hu is, yes, again, throwing that right lead hook. Just, it's very difficult to come over the top of such a rangy fighter, but that is one of the best techniques to use against a taller opponent, is that chops to the rear right leg there of White again.
Kenneth has commanded that centre of the ring throughout this round, making sure that he's in control of where he wants White.
Hu just stalking James White now here in the middle. As White now fires the teep off. Let's see if both men will try and get ahead on the scorecards. They exchange low kicks. There's a nice right hand, not far off. Didn't get all of it there to do, and that will do it. After 9 minutes divided by 3 rounds, we will head to the judges' scorecards, who will determine who gets the W and who gets the L, or even potentially the D. Big draw.
If I can get some representatives.
You nearly got me with that one, as we'll have a look at the replay of that third and final round. And again, Kenneth just felt like he was the aggressor. I feel like White, like you were saying, it was just a one and done with him. He wasn't following up any of his strikes. That could be the potential difference for the judges here. I wouldn't be against the draw, though, to be honest. I felt like both fighters gave as much as they could. I just wish White was more confident to follow up after his initial kick.
Yeah, I think those teeps from James White may prove the difference in the end. Hu definitely the more active of the two fighters. White definitely spent most of the fight backing up, but he was very successful with that teep and the round kick. But not for us to adjudicate. It's for 3 people ringside to determine in a 10-20 seconds or so. But the first fight of the evening, Kenneth Hu and James White, just awaiting the judgment from our 3 judges ringside. And hope you can join us for the remaining 11 fights this evening, including our main event. Danny Roberts will take on Aaron Selby. 5x3 K1 rules, the WKA Australian title. Anthony Gilbert and Petchampon will take on each other at 58 kilograms in our co-main event. Full tie rules for that one. Michael Lamrock and Jen Honthonglek in fight number 10. That'll precede those 2. Full tie rules, 3x3 minute rounds. Do have a couple of other titles on the line as well. Sean Curran and Juan Sincotta being one of them. 76 kg, full tie rules. Stay tuned for that one. Big night here at Powerplay 50. Joe Nader and the team celebrating a half ton of shows at the Melbourne Pavilion. Steve White and Gino Gambino here with you ringside as we wait for the final judge to deliver the verdict. And I believe we have said verdict already. So, without further ado, let's go down to John Demicoli with the official decision.
Ladies and Gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we head to the judges' scorecards, their decision. Your first judge scored the contest 29-28 to Ooh. Your second judge scored the contest 29-28 White. Your third and deciding judge scored the contest 30-27 to your winner via split points decision. Blue corner, James White.
James White takes the split decision here in our opening bout over Kenneth Ooh, the second victory of his career. Congratulations to him and a good fight from both gents. We hope to see them back on Powerplay in the future. And we'll be back with more Powerplay right after this. Don't go anywhere.